Today, we're going to crack open one of grammar's most interesting little puzzles. It's about a type of word that, well, it loves to play dress up. So let's dive in and figure out what in the world a gerund is.
Okay, to get our brains warmed up, let's start with a question. Look at this sentence right here. We finished eating. Simple enough, but what about that word eating? Is it an action or is it a thing? You know, it kind of feels like both, doesn't it? Well, that confusion is exactly what we're here to clear up.
And boom, here's our answer. That tricky little word is a gerund. And as you can see, a gerund is basically a word that starts its life as a verb, gets an ing slapped on the end, and then goes around pretending to be a noun. It looks like an action, but it's actually doing a noun's job.
This is probably the best way to remember it. Seriously, just picture a verb, like run or write, putting on a noun costume. It's a verb in disguise. It still looks a little bit like a verb, but it's walking and talking like a noun. So, if these words are nouns in costume, that means they can pretty much do anything a regular noun can do. And believe me, nouns have a lot of jobs in a sentence. So, let's take a look at all the different roles a gerund can play.
What's so cool here is just how flexible they are. You can see a gerund being the main event as the subject of the sentence. It can be the direct object, receiving the action. It can even be the object of a preposition. It's like the Swiss Army knife of words. Let's break down a couple of these roles a little closer.
First up, the lead role, the subject. This is when our disguised verb, the gerund, is the main topic of the entire sentence. It's the who or what the whole sentence is about.
And this example just nails it. In the sentence, what is spry? Jean's writing. See, writing isn't what Jean is doing right this second. It's the thing we're describing. It's the subject. Simple as that.
All right, next up, a gerund can also be a direct object. All this means is that it's the thing that receives the action of the main verb. It answers the question, what, right after that verb.
And look at that. We're back to our original puzzle, but now it's all solved. We finished what? We finished eating. Eating is the thing that we finished. It's the direct object. See how that works? It's a whole activity being treated as a single concept, a noun. Okay, so you're getting pretty good at spotting a single gerund. But what happens when they bring their friends to the party? Well, that's when we get into gerund phrases, and they're even more powerful. It's actually pretty simple. A gerund phrase is just the gerund plus any other words that are hanging out with it, describing it or modifying it. But here's the key thing to remember. The entire phrase, the whole shebang, works together as one single noun. This little comparison makes the difference crystal clear, right? On the left, you've got your basic gerunds, writing, running. But on the right, they've brought some friends along to become gerund phrases, writing stories, running long distances. It's just the gerund plus the words that complete its thought. So let's look at this in a full sentence. What is great exercise? It's not just running. It's the whole idea of running long distances. That entire chunk of words is acting as the subject of the sentence. It's one big noun concept. All right, theory time is over. You've got the basics down. Now it's time to put those new skills to the test. Let's see if you can spot these verbs in disguise out in the wild. Okay, here's your first challenge. Read the sentence on your screen. So, what is sorry like? See as you can identify that whole phrase that's acting like a single noun. Go on, I'll give you a second to think. Did you say lifting weights? If so, you got it. That entire phrase is the thing that Sari likes. The word daily just tells us when she does it, so it's not actually part of the gerund phrase itself. Awesome job. Let's try one more, why not? This one's a little different. Here, the gerund phrase comes after the word of. So what is the coach in charge of? And the answer is designing the plays. That whole phrase is the object of the preposition of. Fantastic! You are now officially a certified gerund spotter. So there you have it. We've totally unmasked the gerund. It's just a verb in a noun's costume, a shapeshifter that can be a subject, an object, and so much more. Now that you know the secret, the final question is really for you. Where else are you going to start seeing these words in the wild? Keep an eye out.